On March 25, 1951, the Florida Times-Union printed the only known photograph of the American Fiber Company, a factory that sparked the devastating path of destruction in what's been called the Great Jacksonville Fire of 1901. Eyewitnesses of the event told of a lunchtime fire alarm on the warm afternoon of May 3, 1901, when a south wind carried a small spark from a wood-burning cook stove and set ablaze some of the Spanish moss laid out to dry at the fiber company. With the aid of a strong westerly wind, the fire quickly burned out of control, and within 8 hours, most of downtown Jacksonville was reduced to rubble. According to jackshistory.org, the flames swept through 146 city blocks, destroyed over 2,000 buildings, claimed 7 lives, and left almost 10,000 people homeless. Years ago, after learning about how the fire forever changed our city's landscape, I went to a local university and searched through some old newspaper files, thinking it would be interesting to create a story around the event at some point. But as so often happens, my writing ideas were tucked away and forgotten in the busyness of life, and I didn't even remember I had the files until cleaning out a closet recently. I guess that's one of the benefits of not being a minimalist. Old treasures have the opportunity to become new again. But that might be a conversation for another day. I wanted to share this with you now, because after going through these articles of late, here's what stuck with me. Survivor Nellie O'Hara was a 13-year-old student when she saw the heart of Jacksonville engulfed in flames. And 80 years later, in 1981, she was quoted in another feature piece of the Times-Union as one of the few surviving witnesses of the Great Fire. Nothing was ever the same after the fire. She went on to describe the lovely homes and beautiful trees that lined unpaved streets flanked by wooden sidewalks before the fire, and how young boys with a wagon and a billy goat would give rides around the park for 10 cents. It was a peaceful time. I miss those days, she said. Afterward, her school was destroyed, Hemming Park became a tent city, and nothing but brick chimneys could be seen for blocks. Of course, the city rebuilt, and over 120 years later, there is little evidence the fire ever happened. But I keep thinking about her words. Nothing was ever the same after the fire. Some of you have known the true devastation of actual flames destroying the home or property you loved. But many of us have not. Yet all of us know the turmoil and trauma of events that forever transform the landscape of life as we've known it. And I think that's what really hit home with me. Fire changes us, whether literal or figurative. Sometimes it changes the life and the landscape we've always known. And, like Nellie O'Hara said, it might never be the same again. But through it all, I've been thinking about how we also have the opportunity to embrace hope and to lean in to the words of 2 Corinthians 4, 8 through 10. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. Always bearing about in the body the dying of the Lord Jesus, that the life also of Jesus might be made manifest in our body.